Hey, how's it going? Today is Sunday, and on Sundays we taking a look at finances, everything what has to do with finances. uh, I have a couple projects that I like to introduce, but before that, I have reached out to the teams who they're overseeing some of those funds first. Perhaps it's worth having a chat with the teams. Before I do that, I'm gonna be taking a look. I decided today to take a look at support available for different businesses, then the way how they would structure it, they would give you credits. With those credits, you can purchase all kind of services, right? With different areas. When it comes to business and operating business, usually you would have products or services, right? When it comes to products or services, there are some high tech infrastructure that you yourself might need to be able to access to. So I'm going to be taking a look at what support is available up there when receiving the support of access to some of the infrastructure, right? I have reached out to this team, and if anything, let's cover in more detail some of the opportunities available there and how that infrastructure is currently structured within the UK. First one would be cell and gene therapy. Let's begin by trying to understand what that is in the first place before jumping into what support your business might be able to receive, right? Cell and gene therapy are innovative approach to or the way or how you can treat diseases at the genes and cellular level, so very microscopic level, right? These therapies have the potential to revolutionize medicine by offering new treatments options for a variety of conditions, including genetic disorders, cancers, and other serious diseases. Almost everything, right? Perhaps it's very hard to define all of those options available out there. I'm gonna be breaking down into five bullet points, and let's start with the first one. That would be gene therapy. Definition: gene therapy involves the introduction, removal, or alteration of genetic material within personal cells to treat or prevent diseases. Mechanism: this can be achieved by replacing a faulty gene with a functional one, repairing a mutated gene, or regulating the expression of the genes. A lot of people play with some interesting things up there, if anything. See what they can come up with, right? And comes perhaps things changing eye color to, I don't know, light gray or something. I don't know. I don't know. Seeing in the dark, right? Strange things, right? Either way, applications: gene therapy holds a prominence for treating genetic disorders such as cystic, fibrosis, muscular dystrophy, and certain types of cancers. So there's a lot of potential there. I do not understand the subject myself. I'm looking to understand, as well as I have seen a lot of funding available. So when it comes to perhaps access, know-how, facilities, all the other areas, like if it's something that you're interested in, there is a funding available. I'll touch on different places where you can source funding, but now let's stick to the subject where governments would be looking to establish necessary support for businesses, how they can approach the different areas and begin their businesses, begin operations. That could be part of your application process when you would be looking for funding. Bullet point number 2, cell therapy. Definition: cell therapy involves the transplantation of manipulation of living cells to replace or repair damaged tissues and restore normal functions. Mechanism: cells can be sourced from the patient, autologous. Let's stick with English, not without Latin, right? Or form of donor. Let's stick without the Latin, right? And many include stem cells, immune cells, or other specialized cells. Applications. Cell therapy has shown success in treating conditions like certain types of leukemia. I know a little bit about it, but not that much. And ongoing research explores in the potential in areas like regenerative medicine and immunotherapy, which might be very promising areas. But myself, I do not know, don't know that much about it. Next one, bullet point number 3, that would be challenges and considerations. Safety concerns in introducing genetic material or manipulating cells carries inherent risk, including unintended consequences of target effects. I have seen a lot of cautions, right, when it comes to some of those areas, especially if you need to work with oof, living organs, right? When it comes to sourcing finance, so that's the area where I was looking at how you can potentially source finance to address some of those issues and different organizations, and what will be the requirements since some of those areas are heavily or very restricted, right? So you, if we talk about entry level and having all of the legal requirements, or your company would need to fit within all the legal requirements, can be very challenging. But either way, as well as ethical concerns, genetic manipulation raises ethical questions, especially when it comes to germline editing, which could impact future generations. There you go. If yourself you would take a look at the history, there was a lot of people doing not the necessarily very ethical things. So this is what happened in history, without bringing more attention to some of those historical instance, right? Let's move. Regulatory hurdles. Developing and gaining regulatory approval for these therapies can be complex due to the novel nature of the treatments. So it can be complex, right? But it's possible, as well as depending on where you're looking to operate. It might be very challenging, but either that just another layer, right, of complexity when it comes to managing a project. Before jumping on bullet number 4, just then considering what kind of business you want to enter. Some of the businesses up there, it's very hard to enter, and it might be disadvantage and advantage, right? So it's not necessarily, some of those markets not necessarily would be very competitive, if anything. Let's jump on number 4. That would be and advances. Something like CRISPR Cas9, the development of CRISPR technology has significantly enhanced the precision and efficiency of gene editing. CAR T cell therapy, immersive antigen receptor T cell therapy is a form of immunotherapy that involves modifying a patient's T cells to target and destroy cancer cells. Whereas there's some advances there. Uh, and vaccines, but let's keep that to the minimum. Well, there's options there where it could be very beneficial to large groups of people. But for currently, with all the drama or stay away from vaccines. And number 4, future prospects, personalized medicine. Advances in cell and gene therapy contribute to the development of personalized treatments, approaches tailored to individual genetic makeup, as well as expanded applications. Ongoing research explores the potential of these therapies for broader range of diseases beyond the initial application. So there's some options there. And yeah, for those of you who are interested, let's come back to some of the government support facilities available for you if you don't know where to go, who to ask. There's a lot of government initiatives where to begin. Let's touch on those. Cell and gene therapy. There's support available. I'm currently looking at one of those websites. I have reached out to that team. Not this particular team, but I have reached out and spoke to some of the teams, administration teams, and they briefly have explained me things. For example, funding and who is funding everything, all the support available up there and everything. So some percentage of the funding coming from the government, some percentage, either way. So I understand it, depending right on what team you're gonna be working with. So if anything, do your own research since there's 9 different teams, right? So depending on which team you might be interested in working. Let's cover this in more detail so you would know where to go. Perhaps it is something that you're interested in. There's a lot of government initiatives, and I'm not entirely sure which are the best, but there's a lot of options and doing business. Since within this video we're sticking to cell and gene therapy, let's cover of some of the support available out there. We're covering within UK, right? So perhaps there's other opportunities. I have seen a lot of opportunities, not necessarily limited to UK, but within this video, let's cover just UK. Located in London, Stevenage, Braintree, and Edinburgh. Cell and gene therapy catapult accelerates and accelerates the translation of early stage research into commercially available and investable therapies, helping business start, grow, and confidently develop advanced therapies, developing them to patients rapidly and effectively, making a case global leader in development, delivery, and commercialization of the cell and gene therapies, since it can be very complex and costly process when it comes to, but perhaps when it comes to even legal protection and everything, as well as understanding of the legal requirements myself. It, I don't want to prevent other people from tackling some of the issues within this industry, but since I don't know that much about this area, but there's options there. Let's stick to that. There's options available out there for people who are interested. If you're interested in learning more, I have published a book, Project Fitful. Within this book, I'm sharing a lot of information with the people who are interested in learning more about your body hardware when it comes to working out, lifting weights, resting periods, calories, how calories work, what kind of food you should eat. If it's something that you would like to understand a little bit better, perhaps if you are struggling, looking to address some of those issues, have spent a lot of years within the industry to understand much of the things about the body, not on a cellular level, right? Since today's video about cell and gene therapy, we're more about preventive measures, perhaps working out, lifestyle, how you can address those on the surface level, right? Everything, if you're interested, you can find everything in this book and description below, as well as top link that has it. Just to summarize today's video, that would be cell and gene therapy represents exciting frontiers in medicine, offering new possibilities for treating diseases by addressing those diseases at their root, genetic and cellular causes. The field, overall, this particular field is rapidly evolving with ongoing research and technologies advancements, driving progress in both understanding and applying these innovative approaches. So if it's something that you're interested in, there's a lot of support available out there. If you don't know where to go, what to ask, where to where to begin, perhaps in some of those areas. This particular area I do not know that much about, but I thought might as well try explore different areas without skipping those areas too. Either way, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.